Hello, I'm Marcos Camargo. I'm here with Val Hastings in Brazil. He came to visit us and check some of the opportunities in Brazil with the school and coaching. And Val, to start with, I remember when I got involved with coaching. That affected my life.
Yeah.
Affected the way I lead today and in many other situations. That's why I went for and looked for a school that will provide that that teaching, so I could do even better in what I do. Now, could you tell us maybe 1-2 examples of
Sure.
give us some cases that
Okay.
coaching really transformed someone's life?
Sure, absolutely. And I'll start with myself,
Mhm.
because my own story of the first time I worked with a coach, I decided I wasn't going to tell anyone I was working with a coach. And the reason I did was because there were so many people that just called themselves coaches, and I thought, I don't know if this is really for real. And so I didn't tell anyone. And after I'd been working with my coach for about 3 months, the group that supervised me held a special meeting. And I thought, oh no, this is never good, when they call you in. And they called me in and they said, what's going on with you? And I said, well, what do you mean? And they said, well, you're much more effective. I mean, you're talking and thinking clearly. You're strategic in what you're doing. Even your interactions with us, as a leader, it's just really different. What are you doing? And I told them at that point I'd been working with a coach. And there were 2 responses from them. One was, keep working with that coach.
Okay.
And then their second response was, why don't you learn how to be a coach? Because wouldn't this be a great skill? That what's happening to you, if you could do that with other people.
That's great.
And yeah, it was brilliant.
And here we are some years later.
20 years later.
20 years
20
later.
years later, yeah. And a couple weeks ago.
You're talking in Brazil.
I know, here in
As a result.
Brazil, yeah. Yeah, it was really phenomenal. And actually, a couple weeks ago, we were teaching a class, and one of the students, she's in HR, and the reason she's in our program is she wanted to create an internal coaching program, a coaching culture, and she wanted to make sure that it was competency-based, skill-based, that it was accredited, and so she's been taking that back to her place of employment, and they've been really pleased with what she's been putting in place. She's even been coaching them a bit. And then last week in class, she said, something different happened.
So this is fresh.
This is fresh.
Talking about
last week, yeah. And we were in class, we're like, well, what's new? And she's like, this stuff works at home with my husband and kids as effectively as it does at work.
Wow.
And
that's good.
It was like an added bonus for her that coaching really transforms and changes lives.
That's great.
At work and at home.
Well,
so yeah.
I appreciate that. This is it for now. We'll come back later. I want you to join us, check our website and the media about us, and let's get in contact.